What's up, everyone? This is Ignatius. Today, I wanted to bring to you a farming strategy that I've been employing over the last 2 days, which has been really fun and fairly successful and fairly unique from my other farming strategies that I've ever done in PoE 2, because they're not very diverse in this game compared to PoE 1 yet. It's a new game, but this one was diverse and fairly optimal, and it printed pretty well, so I wanted to share it. First of all, I have a Mobalytics page for this farming strategy, and I'll probably house any others that I experiment with and find worthwhile to run and fun to run here. But in this page, you'll find the supplies you need. I have a link to a trade filter, which displays all the tablet mods you could want, and you can mix and match there. I've got a link to PoE Scout, which will show you a fairly strong guess about what the value of the essences are. So you can go about slamming your essences with a little bit more information. And then, of course, the loadout for the Atlas tree. So what we're doing in this strat is basically farming Strongboxes and essences, and we're doing a few things to make it more optimal. In this league, on a tablet, you can roll a guaranteed map contains an additional Strongbox, and a guaranteed map contains an additional essence. If you can run 6 property maps, you can run 3 of these. So that's 3 guaranteed Strongboxes and 3 guaranteed essences. And then on the Atlas tree, you can come up to your bossing nodes, and areas with powerful bosses have a Strongbox, areas with powerful bosses have essence. So, we're guaranteeing 4 and 4 plus whatever is on, your tree. You've got a lot of increased chance for essences, increased chance for Strongboxes. I would say I can see as many as 5 of one or the other or both in a map, which is pretty cool. Now, in this Atlas loadout, we take the essence path, we take the Strongbox path. On the essence side, we're spec'd for attack, speed, and chaos essences under the resonance because that's what's really valuable right now, but always check the prices. And then on the Strongbox side, of course, we're doing Researcher's Strongboxes with Openable again. They're not that great. I would say over the course of 20 maps, I printed maybe 5 divs, and I think there was a perfect Exalt in there and a few graders. So it's not amazing because that was probably 30 or 40 Strongboxes, but I don't know, it's something without having to juice explicit modifiers and tablets. It's kind of cool to get something else out of what we're doing here. And then I path over here and get this 20% chance to double. I'm not totally sure whether both of these double. The essence tag has unscalable value here, which generally when you see that, you can't amplify it with other mods. The Strongbox tag does not, so maybe it can have 2 additional Strongboxes, or maybe this one works too. Maybe they both don't work. We don't get enough information, so we don't know for sure, but it's only 8 points, and there's not anything else really to do with them other than shrines, so here we are. If you wanted to come over and take shrines, you could do that with the 8 points, and it would be pretty smooth as well. And then as far as what content to run, it's really up to you. I like Ritual right now. The Omens are really good. The chance for Omens on the tablet is good. Breach, I'm just getting splinters and building things up. And then I always run Irradiation because I'm still trying to level, and this gives you +1 to the modifier area of the map. So yeah, that's pretty much the strat. The only thing else there is to say is that one of the nodes on the Atlas says that when you come across an Atlas monster, there's a 25% chance that the modifiers on the monster are replaced with essences. So if it was a 5 mod monster, it would be a 5 essence monster. So on your Waystone, if for some reason, I don't go out and shop for these, but if you had +1 modifier to rares, then your essence monsters have a 1/4 chance to roll that property, and then they would have 1 additional essence if they had it. But what's more important to mention with this interaction is that when you come up to the essence monster and you Vaal Orbit, the Vaal has some different outcomes that it can do. And one thing it can do is change the essence that you're seeing. So if you come up to one of those monsters and you see perfect essence of battle, perfect essence of haste, these good ones, you don't want to re-roll it because you could lose them. On the flip side, if you see a bunch of non-valuable ones, you can Vaal them and maybe flip them into ones that are better. On Strongbox side of things, only do the Researcher's Strongboxes. Don't waste time with the other ones. Make sure you come down to the map with Regal Orbs, Exalts, and Alchemies because you want every Strongbox to have quant and rarity. So if you have to take it up to 6 properties in order to get that, you should. And then bring down a batch of Omen of Secret Compartments. This guarantees a reopenable on the first Strongbox that you click on in the map. you can only use one of these types of omens per map. So make sure you don't click on, a bad Strongbox and force the reopen on it. These are about 3-5 Exalt each, so not a massive investment. Overall, the strategy is very inexpensive. At the moment, these tablets are like 10, 15 Exalts each, sometimes as low as 5. These are 3 to 5, and then these are just self-found Waystones. So, total per map cost is, I don't know, maybe like 5 to 10 Exalts when you divide these by 10. And then what I'm actually printing out of the maps, a good high-level essence comes like maybe 1 to every 3 maps, like a div tier essence. Same with the boxes. But you can really sprint through these and like slam them. So you can go really fast. I don't do things like calculate div per hours and all that stuff, but it's a very enjoyable strategy, and it's been a constant income flow compared to, other really bad strats. And we finally don't have to go into our atlas and take the 40 required nodes to juice the modifiers and juice the tablets, and then fight the hardest content. We can make a little bit of currency doing something that's a little more interesting with the tree and with the interactions in the map. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed. Again, go over to the Mobalytics guide, tag it as a favorite, and reuse it there. I'll update any trading links there and additional strategies there that I come across as I get into experimenting with new farming strats. And that's about it. I'll go show one gameplay video of a map of this style, and I'll take any questions or suggestions in YouTube, or come on over to Discord. We have a channel for farming strategies where you can post some ideas that you have or feedback that you have. Thanks, everyone.